Let us not dawdle, for there are grudges to settle, and new entries in the Dammer's Cron to write.
Howdy, howdy, Sudevil here, and welcome to Game 1 of our match against Wyvern. There's just, again, a quick reminder, go over to his channel and subscribe. There's going to be another game that's going to be cast only on his channel. This will be only on mine, and in this game we are playing the Dwarfs versus the Vampire Counts, and I have Thorgrim Grudgebearer. If you watch my channel, you know this is my build for the Vampire Counts. I've used it before, and I quite enjoy it. It's a nice, powerful, really intense build. And with Thorgrim, we have the oh, wait a minute, where's Thorgrim? We have the Stand Your Ground for the 27 melee defense and leadership. We have Oath of Vengeance for the minus 27 melee defense to something we're attacking. We have plus 9 melee attack with a Great Book of Grudges, and that is about it. We do also, for our leadership, have a Runesmith. And for our Runesmith, we have the Hammer of Carrick draws, minus 44 melee attack for 50 seconds, minus 25% weapon damage. Absolutely amazing ability. We have Rune of Negation, 22% damage resistance, Rune of Wrath and Rune to slow things down or to hurt them, and we do have Rune of Oath and Steel for the plus 30 armor, and we do have the 10% armor piercing damage with the Forge Fire. Which is going to really help our armor piercing units. And we have Master Rune of Groth One Eye, which is plus 8 leadership for my Ball of Death. And here it is. We have 2 hammers up front. You can see they are being buffed, so they have 55 melee attack and 59 weapon strength, and they have 101 leadership. Right behind them we have the Grumbling Guard, and they have 45 melee attack, 51 melee defense, and 37 weapon strength, and they are going to help with the vigor, and they are immune to psychology. So this here is my death ball. My ball of death. This is what's meant to do all of my damage. And really the rest of this army is just meant to let this part function. So I do have 2 Longbeards, and they are just there for the support. They're there to help the edges. I have 2 Dwarf Warriors in the back, again, just to help support against things that are flanking. And I do have 2 Rangers. Hopefully they can get some damage in. And they are, of course, stalking, so they can't be seen. I have 2 Slayers, one with 1 Chevron in the back for any big things, and 1 group of Longbeards with great weapons in case they have cav. Like, that's for the anti-large contingent. Now, for Wyvern's army, away on the side, he has the Feasters of the Dust, which have they're a regiment of renown. They have very good, actually, stats with 33 melee attack and 35 melee defense and 40 weapon strength, but they do poison damage, and they have 42 speed, and they stalk. For his main line, these are all the heavy hitters, what you would expect of Sternsmen, who are amazing. They regenerate, and they have very good stats, regiment of renown. He has 4 units of Graveguard with great weapons, and they have how many chevrons? Is that gold? Rank 7. Rank 7. Wow. They're meant to come in, and this one has 8 chevrons. They're meant to come in and absolutely crush. They have very, very good stats, 28 melee attack, and remember, they do have a bonus versus infantry. I think it's 8. Oh, 10. Holy crap. Well, maybe that's because they got the extra stats. So this is his front line. They're meant to really crush up the middle, and he's got with him a Strigoi Vampire Lord, and this guy has the Ghoul King of Ushoran, replenishes the hit points of combatants for himself and leadership. He has the Claws of Morcane, plus 40% armor piercing damage. Holy crap. 34 seconds. He does have the Opal Amulet for 22% damage resistance. He has the Power Stone, increased power reserves. He has Command of the Unliving, 2 uses of summoning Crypt Ghouls. Wow, that's really good. And he has Invocation of Nahek. The Hunger replenishes hit points when he's in melee, and he does have Curse of Undeath, which heals everything when he's casting, and he is, of course, weak to fire, but he does regenerate. Very, very strong front line. And on this side, he has 2 Vargulfs. They regenerate. They have pretty decent weapon strength, and they can get the job done. And way over here on a horse, which this was actually a really good pick. I really liked this pick when I watched this fight back. This Necromancer has the Forbidden Rod for the improved power reserves and power recharge rate. He does have Raise Dead for 7 summons of zombies. He does have Invocation of Nahek for the heals, the Curse of Undeath for the heals, and he is a Master of the Dead. So around him, he will replenish the hit points of combatants. So great, great army. So all I want to do, we see this fight, and you can see I'm just giving I just want to get right in and fight. That's all I want to do, is get this fight started and kind of look around. I don't really see anything coming at me, so I just want to get this fight started. This is my death ball. This is what I want to get going, and I am going to try and locate these Stearnsmen and put the Rune of Wrath and Rune on them at some point, but I want to get into this fight. I'm going to notice these guys coming out the edge at some point. I'll take a few shots going in here. Let me see if I get the Rune of Wrath and Rune on these guys, but yeah, I see the Slayers are coming in. I'm going to get these Slayers. They're going to come on over here, and we're going to go after the Vargulfs. He's going to go straight for my Rangers right away, and I'm going to go straight for his Lord. We get all of my heavy hitters hitting, and we are going to absolutely we're just mowing them down already. I've got Oath of Vengeance on the Stearnsmen, and we've got Rune of Wrath and Rune on one of these, I'm sure of it, but we are absolutely demolishing these Graveguard and the Stearnsmen. We're chewing right through them. If you don't do it, they'll chew right through you. So I've got my buffs going, Rune of Wrath and Rune, Rune of Negation, and we've got, okay, there we go. On these Graveguard, we've got the Rune of Wrath and Rune, and you can see we are just chewing these Stearnsmen up, absolutely mowing them down. And now in the back line, this is where it's going to get crazy, because these freaking Vargulfs are so fast. So I'm trying to chase them down with my Longbeards, and I didn't even notice these Feasters in the Dark. This was a wonderful move. He's got a summon of zombies here, Feasters in the Dark coming in, and he's just got summon after summon, Crypt Ghouls, zombies. He's coming in with the Graveguard. I don't want any piece of that, so he's sort of absolutely messed up my back line. He's got everything everywhere. I am actually crushing. I've finished off the Stearnsmen, and we're going to finish off this Graveguard. We're doing really good here. We're getting kind of the beatdown out front that I really wanted. We're going to finish these Graveguard. I'm trying to chase down this Necromancer with the Longbeards, but he is putting my backline to the test. I'm trying to get my Rangers sort of out of the way, and we'll try and get these Rangers sort of out of the way. I've got these Slayers going for Crypt Ghouls, but now he's going to come up front with his Vargulf, and he has his leader up front. But I do have my heavy hitters all up here. I don't know if they're getting the buff. Yeah, they are getting the +9 melee attack buff. I am trying to get these Graveguard with great weapons finished, and these zombies finished, so I do want to finish these guys off. I've just got my Longbeards here fighting Graveguard with great weapons. This is not the best fight for them, but they're holding the line, and I do have some Dwarf Warriors up here trying to push ahead, and I'm bringing my Slayers up here to get into these Vargulfs. As soon as the Slayers get here, he's just going to push out because he can go wherever he wants with those. We're getting rid of the Feasters of the Dusk. I have got Slayers and Longbeards with great weapons, and now I have got these Rangers back online. These Dwarf Warriors will hold off the Graveguard with great weapons for a while, and these Necromancers come in, and he's trying to push off these Rangers. This is where this Necromancer does a great job. So we have finished off this mess. Okay, so we got this, so I'm just going to push everything over to here now and get my main troops over there, and he brings the Vargulfs right through the Slayers. I think he just paths them through, which probably isn't too hard. He's going to go right for these Rangers, and they are about to get a giant, I don't know, Vargulf coming after them. So we're starting to finish off the Feasters in the Dust. That'll be no problem for the Longbeards with great weapons. They can handle this sort of thing in the back line. We are going to lose to the Graveguard with great weapon over here. We are finishing off this last Graveguard with great weapon on this side, and we've got our Ball of Death. We have all of our buffs, like these hammers, 58, weapon strike. They have everything. We have the leadership. We have everything we need right here to handle. I'm just trying to sort things out. So, okay, I got these guys back online. I want to start shooting again, but he is going to notice that, and I'm trying to push these guys out and get my Slayers. Where are they? Right there, right there. I'm going to try and get them back in, but he's just going to try and block them up with the Feasters in the Dark and these Crypt Ghouls. So I am attacking his 2 units here. These Graveguard with great weapons, I want to get rid of them, and I want to get rid of his Strigoi, and he has summoned these Crypt Ghouls to get into this mess. So the mess in here is fine. I'm doing okay here. I'm just trying to manage everything out here, trying to find places for my Slayers, and you know, I'm fighting these Graveguard with great weapons with these Longbeards, and now I've got the Rune of Wrath and Rune on there to try and take some of their hit points off. I am getting beat up by this guy. Now, he doesn't have a ton, but he does cause fear, and so he can ride around with his horse and push these guys off, and now he's going to go for these guys. Or maybe not. I'm trying to get back after him, but now these guys are back online, but now these Vargulfs are coming in. Now he needs help. Now I've finished off those other Graveguard with great weapons, and so he's going to come back in and try and fight in the center, but we're beating up his Strigoi Vampire Lord, And this Graveguard with great weapons are now coming into the fight. We've got these guys coming back, and these guys are going to rally again because they're dwarfs, and dwarfs are awesome. So we're going to shoot back in there, I do have my Slayers over here. I do have my Longbeards that have rallied over here. So I'm going to look for a spot for them, but he's bringing everything into the center. He needs these Graveguard with great weapons to finish off some of these troops. Like my hammers have 20 units, and they are still fighting. 700 hit points left, and they're still fighting. They're still steady, actually, which is fantastic. What are they? Yeah, they're shaken now, but you can see these guys are confident, and they're doing really well. I have regular Longbeards in here, so we're buffing everything up, and now he's going to try and come and get rid of this stuff. These Vargulfs have done a great job, and same with his Necromancer, of clearing out my back line. You know, I am going to send my Slayers after them, but this front line, we just outright won this front line engagement, and now we're going to get after these Graveguard with great weapons. He has got an invocation and a heck on them, but it's just not going to be enough. We have too much power up in here because we have our Runesmith giving us some armor. We have Thorgrim. I was trying to chase that guy down, but I couldn't catch him. So these Longbeards with great weapons are going to chase him down. But everyone is sitting in here buffed. They have their leadership buffed. They have all of their stats buffed. And we're just going to keep on fighting. I do have my Slayers trying to push these Vargulfs off. They're coming now again for these Rangers. And, you know, because they pretty much, there's no way to make them stay gone forever. You got to route them 3 times to do it. So we're going to get the Slayers to get in there and actually get fighting. But as soon as he sees this, he's just gonna force path them away. You know, he's going to see this over here, so he's just going to force path them away, and I'm never going to be able to catch them because they are very fast. They got a speed of 80. But this here is not going so good. I do have these Longbeards on the Necromancer. They are wavering. They only have 6 health, but over in here, we're going to finish these Graveguards off, and then that is pretty much it. We got some zombies here. We got not much else to do, really. These hammers on the way back coming for this Necromancer, and we are going to have to fight these Vargulfs, but they're going to struggle with their leadership, and now they're going to have to fight, so the Slayers are actually going to be able to get in because we have finished off their Lord. He does have a Necromancer, and I think I don't know if he's going to get in an extra. I do got Stand Your Ground here for the extra melee defense. I don't know if he's going to get a summon in or not. Yeah, he does get another summon, but we've got these guys coming after him, you know, so it's going to be really hard to actually go from here. He does have a little bit of these zombies left, some zombies here, and I'm trying to chase him down, and he's really trying to push some guys off with the Vargulfs. But now my Rangers are back again. They're hidden. They're on the way back. But this pocket is just too strong. Like, Thorgrim still has almost 5,000 hit points left, and he is no joke in just a normal 1v1. And we are still, you know, we're very tired, but I don't know if we have anyone exhausted in here. Nope, we're all just very tired, that is because these guys are exhausted, I'm sure. That is because of the all of the buffs from the Longbeards. So yeah, this guy's coming back, and yeah, he's going to try and push him back once again. But now these guys are going to really start to struggle. They got I got the Hammer of Carrick Draws on him, so basically a 6 melee attack. He's not going to do much of anything. We can take out these zombies all day long. He's just going to come in and try and cycle charge and get that, at least get some attacks in. But now these guys are really going to start to lose their leadership, and our leadership is fine everywhere. I mean, it's steady, eager, which is really, really good. So yeah, and now these guys, Hammers, coming back with 12 models, 400 hit points, and they get the extra 8 health. They're shaken, but they're here and they're ready to fight. So there's not much that can be done at this point. Yeah, you know, the Vargulfs had a lot of health left, but they're really, really hard to, even though they're super fast and super effective, it's hard to make Dowie infantry stay gone. And with the Sternsman and our ability to really crush that front line, I think that made all the difference. So yeah, we got another set of zombies coming in, but these guys are all going, and I don't know, this is just a really fun, absolute blitz of a fight in here. I loved Wyvern's build. It was really great with the Sternsmen, who are a fantastic unit, and Graveguard with great weapons chevroned right up to really have a punishing front line. These Feasters in the Dust were a masterful pick. Like, I never saw those guys coming at all, and they got right into my back line. These Vargulfs, 74 and 67, very strong. They went and pushed everything around, but they had to keep on moving because our Slayers were there and available for the fight. Yeah, Feaster's Dust 70, but the Graveguard 109, 24 and 140. So these two were the last two that were killed, and they got 100 and 140 kills. Very effective. We got on these Sternsmen. Now, Sternsmen are amazing. Like, holding Sternsmen down to 2 kills is really, really impressive in my opinion, because they're such an amazing unit. The Sternsmen are one of the best units, regiments of renown in the entire game. But we focused them down, and we really focused these two down, 9 and 24 kills. But the ones we let go, I mean, they got their kills, 100 and 140, amazing. Look what they're fighting against. They're fighting against good units. And the Necromancer even got 22 kills running around, and the Strigoi Vampire Lord got 55. Thorgrim, 64 kills. Our Runesmith got 44, which was impressive. 32 and 43 with our Dwarf Warriors. 132 and 8 with our Longbeards. 83 with our Longbeards with great weapons. And our Slayers, 45 and 75. We just could not catch those Vargulfs. You know, maybe I should have made Dragonback Slayers back there. I don't know. The Grumbling Guard, though, 63, and they were absolute champs. These Hammers, 267 kills. Absolutely unbelievable. 95 of these other Hammers. 27 and 0 with the Rangers. Now, I would say they were actually better than what their stats would indicate, because they kept on coming back, and then they're stealthed, so you don't see them until they start shooting, and then you start chasing them down with the Necromancer and the Vargulfs again. And it's one of those things, do you just stay, do you let your Vargulf escort them all the way off the field? I mean, that's a long ways to run. Or your units that need to be doing summons, because you got to be close for a summon, and Vargulfs had to be doing their work. So really hard choices to make there with that fight. But I absolutely loved the build. Great fun fight. It was a really enjoyed this battle. Go to Wyvern's channel. We talked about releasing these at the exact same time, so there will be a fight of him against me with a different set. Of course, I'm playing the Dowie every single time. You know, near when we were done, he was like, "Are you gonna play anything else?" I was like, "No, I just play the Dowie. That's all I play." He was like, because he had seen me play some of the other units in Shadow's tournament. But I mean, I just do that for Shadow. That's the only reason I'm not playing anything other than the Dowie. So great fun fight. Hope you found it interesting. Go to Wyvern's channel, subscribe, and watch the other battle on his channel from his perspective. And with that said, hope you found it interesting. Look forward to comments down below, and I will see you soon.